everybody, welcome back to our channel. Just wanted to pop on and show you what I'm up to this morning. So Ronnie and I had a chicken that I bought at Costco last night. So I boiled that off and then I drained it into this bowl, took the juice and poured it into this pot. There's a little bit of chicken left and I will take it off the bones, not a whole lot. So what I did, into the water, whenever I buy the little grape tomatoes, cherry tomatoes, and they start to go soft in the container, even big tomatoes, I rinse them and put them in a bowl and pop them into the freezer so that when I'm making soup, I can just throw those in and they just cook down. So then anyway, I put the frozen tomatoes in and I put celery, one whole white onion, and some carrots, and I'm going to add some Redmond's real salt, and I'll just add more at the end, and some black pepper, and a little bit of curry, and all of these things as I go, I add more. And this here is summer savory. It's just something that I like in soup. Okay, so I'm going to show you the pot of soup. This is a great meal. And because there wasn't a lot of chicken, I took some frozen chicken breast and put it in there. So those are thawed now. What I'll do is pop those out, take them out with a fork, put them onto my cutting board and chop those up. I personally like to have lots of protein in my soup. Otherwise, I mean, I'd eat the pot and still be looking for some food. I'd still be hungry. So as you can see, lots of celery. Some of this will cook down a bit. The tomatoes are already starting to mush up. Onion, and I'm just gonna leave this on. This will be on for a couple hours. And this is a great meal. My kids love it, as well as Ronnie and I. And when you make it hearty, it's a great meal. You don't need to have anything else with it. So what I'm going to do now is I actually am going to put some fresh garlic in. I have 4 cloves here. I'm gonna chop that up, throw that in, and that's it. Take my chicken out, chop it up, cover on, and I'm just gonna let that do its thing for a couple hours. Sometimes I add a can of tomato paste, can of tomato sauce, but then also, sometimes it's nice just to have the chicken flavor. Yeah, I think this will probably be about it. Chop up those pieces of chicken, add some garlic, and just leave this do its thing for a couple hours. There we go. Freezes beautifully. Now you can also add pasta if you eat pasta. Ronnie and I are, we don't really, it's not a favorite, so it's easy not to eat the pasta. If you like rice, add rice, potatoes. The potatoes wouldn't freeze well. Honestly, even though it looks like a big pot by the time I have this a couple of days, the kids have it a couple of days with their lunch or for their lunch, we don't need to freeze any of it. It is always nice to have one in the freezer though. Anyway, so as I said, you can add to this just your own personal preference. If you're doing WW, I guess green wouldn't be free. Doing purple plan, everything in here would be 0 point foods. Blue, I'm more familiar with. The blue plan is the same thing. This would be a 0 point food. Keeping in mind that nothing is really zero, meaning you could eat 0 breakfast, 0 point foods for breakfast, 0 point foods for snack, lunch, snack, supper, 0 point foods, and then don't be disillusioned to think that, oh, I didn't use any of my 23 points today, so I can now do this. You can't. You really need to keep it to your meals in the daytime and use common sense, I guess. So anyway, that's why I add lots of protein to my soups, because it keeps me full and it's satisfying. So this here didn't have any fat other than the natural fat of from the chicken, and I'm okay with that. If you would prefer not to use the fat from the chicken, like boiling off your chicken, you could always buy the broth at the store. I believe that there's fat-free, low sodium. Anyway, it's personal preference. I find it's a great way to use the whole chicken. We had some yesterday for lunch, and then I boiled it off, so now I have a big beautiful soup. And if I pull this out, there's still a fair amount of meat, and as everyone probably knows by now, Ronnie and I do not point our dark meat on the chicken, so yeah, I'll add some of that, and mostly it's chicken breast anyway. Okay, so subscribe to our channel if you like, and I will see you in the next video. Bye for now, guys. Have a great day.